5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life.
Uncry these tears. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart.
Hey, let's go.
You get one.
Let's go.
One.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chasing Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Rick can't make it. Rick's handling some business right now. So it's just me and Nikki Blades.
This is the reverse. This is the reverse of what happened for months.
I know, it's the reverse quarantine episodes. Shit, how are you?
I feel good right now.
You look good.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Quarantine has been pretty good to me.
Yeah, you're not gonna lie. Quarantine got my skin looking. I'm looking a little splotchy and red and peely right now. I just had a facial yesterday, so
Take care of the skin. That's a part of the process, though.
Yeah, you got to get the facial get red and peely for like a few days, and then the shit's glowing after that.
I did microneedling, and that's why I really do feel like I'm glowing, because I don't wear makeup unless I'm on camera, which has been, you know, not that much because of quarantine.
Right, but your makeup looks great.
Thank you.
You're looking comfy.
I am. I brought out for my sneakerheads, I brought out the 11s, the all reds right here with the nice little icy bottoms. Low key, I'm a amateur sneakerhead. I wouldn't even say I'm a sneakerhead. I just like sneakers.
I say the same shit. I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead, especially since it's such a loaded word.
My girl Genevieve Chanel.
Yes, Genevieve, yes.
Big shout out to Genevieve. That's the sneaker queen.
She knows all the release dates and all the
everything
names.
And she's always kept me like up on sneaker game.
I have these, but the black and red ones.
Yeah, the breads.
The breads.
Yeah. My favorite sneaker, I would have to say, of the Jordans is the Cool Grays.
The Cool Gray 4s.
Yes,
I have those as well.
Actually, I have a couple pairs. My go-tos are the 11s. The ones are so hot right now. Like, everybody is pulling their ones out. Like, there are so many girls that don't really rock with sneakers.
Yeah.
That the ones just are a nice aesthetic. So they throw those on. But then you see, if the girls pull out the 11s, you see a girl in a pair of 2s. Like, there's some sneakers where you go, this is not the game.
My first pair of Jordans ever, right? Because my family was pretty broke growing up.
Same.
So I was always, if my parents took me to get shoes, once we moved up from the Payless shoes, I would stick with the Fila's, all right?
And I didn't even get a pair of those. Those were super trending, like
Fila's.
Yeah.
Back even before when they came back, you know how all the Instagram models are wearing clunky white Fila's nowadays,
like the Spice Girls.
Yes. So back in the day, I was wearing Fila's because that was my range. You feel me? But then one year, my dad saw me looking at these Jordans. I kept going back to them, and they were the ones I call them the couch Jordans because it looks like there's a couch on the side of them. I do believe these are the 13s. They're blue. I
feel like you're gonna have to like pull it up, insert photo.
It's a blue couch on the side of them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. Jordan. It's either 13 or 10. I forget. The sneakerhead's gonna be. Yes, 13s. I was right.
Okay.
Look, see. It looks like a couch.
Oh, those ones are like, those are the baller. The 12. I'm sorry, I see the 12s right next to it. The 12s are so hot, but the 13s are It looks
so
like
those were the first ones I kept going back to them, and I was like, you really want those shoes? Because I was looking at the $60 Fila's, and the Jordans were the first pair of shoes I ever looked at that were $100.
Yeah.
But I was like, you want those shoes? We'll get it for you. And I was like, oh man, this is crazy. Went to school that next day. Everybody was like, Tim got some J's on?
Yo, I didn't get my first pair of J's until my friend Nancy, my girl Nancy, she was the sneakerhead before I knew Genevieve. And she got me my first pair of J's for my 22nd birthday.
Oh, dang.
I didn't get J's until like later on in life, just because I really did like classic, simple, real. I'm a fan of the narrow. The Theas are really nice.
Thea?
Yeah, the Theas, the Nike Theas. They're more of a workout shoe. It's a narrow front. I'm a fan of the narrow foot.
Okay.
So I prefer those. Pumas have a nice little aesthetic. Reeboks, the classics, they're really, really clean. And they look good with a lot of clothes. But Adidas shell toes, the classic Adidas with the 3 stripes, that was my go-to nicer, higher end sneaker that I was. The Theas. I love them. I had them in like every color. They're just so cute. And
Thea was a DJ on 92.3 The Beat.
I didn't know that.
Oh no, Theo. That was his name. He was an Asian dude.
Theo, right, with the deep, sexy voice.
He was
but
an Asian dude.
He's Asian.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my radio people out there. I'm actually one of y'all, so it's cool.
Shout out to Nikki Blaze because she's gonna be doing LA radio soon.
Yes.
Bang. Yo, we haven't even talked about that. Let them know.
We haven't. I'm the new official co-host of The Basement Radio. It's a syndicated show. It's on Saturday nights with DJ E-Rock. You have Fuse in the mix, and it's in. Do you know DJ Franzen Killin? That's one of Drake's DJs. He runs Vegas. So we're all. I guess I'm a part of the iHeart family a little bit. So I'm on the syndicated weekend show. They just announced me. And yeah, it's cool. It's nice to start being recognized in those, for more than what people see.
Right.
It's cool. But yeah, a lot of this helps a lot.
What's up, y'all? So first of all, we got to talk about these things that I'm wearing in my ear right here. Raycon Earbuds. You already know. Look around you. It's a wireless world, and everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. But before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon, son. You already know Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing as the top audio brands you know. Their newest model, the everyday E25 earbuds, are their best ones yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise isolating fit. Now, I wear mine when I go to the gym. Well, I'm not going to the gym right now, but I wear mine when I'm doing my lap around the neighborhood or to the park or whatever. And I love them because, there's nothing dangling. There's no things dangling down. It just fits real cozy right into your ear. No stems, no wires, nothing like that. All right. And check this out right here. Just for y'all. I got the latest and greatest earbuds for you. You get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/nochaser. All right. That's buyraycon.com/nochaser for 15% off your order. I got you.
Speaking of sexy voices,
today's sneakers. By the way, I peeped his shoes.
Yes,
I peeped his shoes, which is why strategically I had said the ones. Okay.
Well, speaking of sexy voices and sexy feet, my guest today,
me.
Aside from Nikki Blaze,
I have cute feet. Y'all rate. I saw the wiki. I saw my rating.
Oh, what's your rating on Wiki Feet?
I got good ratings.
Oh, you're popping on Wiki Feet. Let's go. My guest today, he's a funny man. I've had him on. I had a show in the past called Going Raw. I had him on Going Raw, and when he was just a funny stand-up comedian that I had worked with on some other shit. Since then, though, he started doing these videos on Instagram, and now he's fucking popping for some other shit. It's crazy. Let's bring him in. My boy, y'all might know him. He's from, all types of things. Stand-up comedy, Instagram, all deaf. Make some noise for Tony Baker.
Woo! See? Do you see what we're working with?
Yeah. And pick one.
See, I didn't even know he was gonna come with the sneaker game.
And look at
But I'm so happy that I switched my outfit. Because I feel like I'm appropriately dressed for our vibe today.
She was up here in a business suit and some heels.
You was gonna be.
I give you all types of different energy. What are we going for? But for some reason, I was like, I feel like the 11s need to come out today.
Yeah, it was perfect timing because I hate suits.
Yeah, fuck a suit.
I am anti-suit.
Really?
Yeah. I look good in the suit.
Yeah.
Because I got the frame for it.
Yeah.
But wearing it,
I was just gonna say that.
the shirt and the pants, and you gotta tuck them in.
There's a huge difference between my suit and yours. I'm in a bandeau underneath or a bralette, so it's not quite as formal as your guys' suit.
So,
it was baby blue.
Okay.
You know
the
what I'm
point
saying?
of the night where I can untuck my dress shirt and hang my blazer on the chair,
the collar's
and unbutton that.
You got everything hanging off. You know that wedding reception vibe where you already done sipped.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loose.
Bro, as soon as they say I do, my shit's getting untucked.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's the epitome of girls stop, no longer sucking in their stomach. It's the, oh my God, I have been holding this in all damn night. If they take one more picture of me looking bloated, yelling at your boyfriend, you let me look stupid? Let me look like one of them MIB characters.
What's up? Well, what's up? Hey, you can wear those if you want.
I don't know.
If you want.
It looks official.
I like wearing them. I like hearing myself. You don't have to. Some
I like
people
hearing myself.
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
You got a good radio voice.
Oh, thanks, man.
You would be great on air, actually.
I would love to do my dream is to do voiceover.
Bro, you would kill that shit.
Man, my dream is to be like on a show that's been on for 18 seasons, and I can still go to Trader Joe's and you don't know who I am.
That's
Yeah.
a goal.
Oh, like if we saw Bart Simpson in Trader Joe's, we
Have
wouldn't
no
even
idea.
know her.
Nope.
Exactly. And it's a good time right now because all the white people doing black voices are stepping
done.
down.
They stepping down.
They're like, you know what? I
Yeah.
retire for you. I'm going to open up the door.
Right.
Let myself out.
Well, shit, man. Speaking of that, I mean, let's talk about, you've been killing these. What made you start doing these animal voiceovers?
It was one video. I grew up with pets, first of all.
Okay.
Like we always had pets at the house.
Yeah.
Ever since I was like Diaper McGee, we always had animals all over the crib. And so, I've always been a fan. And so, cut to like 2013, maybe. I saw this video of this goat. He was just harassing people in Brazil. He was like giving them the business. He knocking people off motorcycles.
Yeah.
He knocked this lady over. Dude tried to save her. He gave him the business. So I was like, yo, I'm going to be him. I'm going to be this goat.
Right.
And so I did that, put it on my YouTube. My YouTube page at the time had like 200 something subscribers. Put that up there. It got a good reaction. And then I did another one of this raccoon eating this cat's food.
Okay.
There's a bunch of cats and the raccoon just pulled up in the garage and was like,
Oh, yeah.
he started grabbing the food.
Yeah.
And he was looking at the cats like, y'all don't be doing this? Y'all, you got to dip it in the water. And the cats was just like, yo.
You reposted that recently.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I did. But that one went viral, and like years later it went viral. And so I was like, let me just start doing it, because I was gonna do like a show with Marlon Wayans at What the Funny, doing the voiceovers, but then that fell through. So I was just like, let me just repost.
Yeah.
And then it went viral. I was like, let me just do these on the regular, since I love doing them anyway. And so that's how it happened.
Man, it's crazy because, like I said, when I had you on Going Raw, I mean, I just thought you were a funny dude. You know what I'm saying? We had done some sketches or something together, right? And I was like, yeah, let's bring Tony on. But like since you started doing the animal shit, like I feel like it blew you up to a whole new demographic.
It did, man. It was like, the numbers just kept swelling because, animals, people just going to tune in
People
automatically.
love animals.
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about it.
Yeah, so everybody can relate, so they can just watch that and, and get in on. The problem with that, though, is, the new fans coming. When I get social, they be like, we wasn't here for this.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Tony is woke, if you didn't know.
Got it.
He's pretty woke.
When I get heated, I go in and they be like,
They're like,
stick
the
to comedy.
goats.
Yeah.
Focus. I'm here for kitty cats,
Yep.
goats, and giraffes.
I don't want to hear about Black lives. Give me the
Right.
raccoons.
The raccoon.
No black lives, just the animals. I'll be like, hey, look.
Pure entertainment. Do you think that it's crazy how as you gain more attention, like when you go viral, I feel like every time you go viral, there's a new group of people that come in.
Right.
How do you feel like you have to train your audience to kind of be like, but this is me too?
Yes, I always make it a point
Okay.
to let you know, because I know the followers grow every day. You can look and see new people coming in. That's why I post reruns and I let people know
Yeah.
who I am. So it's a reminder, like just in case.
Right.
Like Tony's so clean, and then I'll just cuss. Just to let you know, I be cussing too.
Because a
Because I
motherfucker
don't want
will
to get
let
put
you
in that
know.
box.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But you don't be drinking.
I drink 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that.
Birthday, New Year's, and what's the other one?
It'd be random. Like,
Really?
it'd be like at a game night. And I'll be like, I'll take the shot.
There
Give
we
me
go.
the shot.
I remember it's always I wish Rick was here for this because Rick doesn't drink. He's never had a sip of alcohol in his life.
In his life.
Ever.
In his whole life. And I always remember people always ask, why doesn't Rick drink? And Rick always says that nobody can ever make a good point as to why you should drink.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And you were one of the first people to really make some good points in my mind because you got your whole spiel about like, why would I poison myself?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's poison.
The people are really shocked. Like, you don't drink? Why are you not getting in on this poison? They're shocked. Like, if I said I never drink water, they wouldn't even flinch. They'd be like, I don't
it's
drink
so
water. They'd be like,
weird.
yeah, but do you drink alcohol?
Yeah.
But water, you literally need water to survive.
It's true.
And people don't even flinch when you don't drink it.
Man, you were just asking me about speaking of things that are like healthier for you. We were talking about water. I just recently started posting up about like sea moss. So I'm like kind of going into the natural herbalist side of things.
Yeah.
And it is so funny because I used to be a bartender and we drink a lot. Like I drink, but when people start seeing me go like, oh, she's not drinking, what's going on? But it's crazy because there's a lot of undercover people that want to be healthy. I feel like it's just not as cool.
No.
You know, it's not.
You always got to explain yourself,
Right?
Yeah, so it's not. But I noticed that, like when you said, people never question why you wouldn't drink water.
Yeah,
but they are so thrown off when you don't drink out.
Like, wait, you've never in your whole life, not even for they got questions.
It was girls that Rick would be dealing with in the past, and then they find out that he didn't drink, and they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know if I can."
Really?
Yeah, because they felt like, I think more than anything, him not drinking made them feel funny about themselves drinking. So
because you don't want to be judged.
Yeah. You don't want to be told up and then he there sober looking at you.
And then you got to think about your life decisions.
Yeah.
Like, let's be stupid together.
Slurred and staggering through the streets and you just standing there.
Looking at you like dummy.
Because this is a different dynamic. When you sober and your mate is obliterated and you got to hold that down. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, Rick being somebody who's never had a sip of alcohol, he definitely has been there to tell me how annoying I am as a drunk person.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he's the only one sober, so we all be like, man, shut up.
Yeah. They get no respect on the sober street.
No.
I used to lie and be like, because people, when they know you don't drink, they be like, hey, yo, Tone, you not drinking tonight, right? So I try to be like, they try to designate me to drive. So I'll be lying and be like, nah, I'm sipping tonight.
They be like, shit, we're
I ain't
going to
trying to be
go
no
find somebody else.
Hey, same thing with Rick. I hate to keep talking about Rick because he's not here, but he was like, yeah, when he got his, because Rick don't really drive like that, and I was like, oh, sick, you can be the designated driver. He's like, no, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not about to stay around.
I'm not babysitting you.
Man, drunk people in the whip? Hell no, man. I'm drinking tonight.
Yeah. Lie.
I'd be lying though. I'd be like, I'm getting towed up. I'm towed up right now.
You know what? Nobody ever asked me if I'm driving. They think they just must know. They be like, fuck no, not her, not her. She dancing already. No, Nikki, take the keys. I'm the one to be like, give me my fucking keys.
Oh, you one of them?
I have such an
Be
attitude.
staggering to the car like, I got this.
But I don't drink and drive. But I be the one like, when you and your girl arguing a little bit, and then all of a sudden she got a little bit of an attitude, and I'm like, you know what? I'm leaving. I'll be the first one. I'm like, I paid for the car, it's mine. And then next thing you know, I get the keys pulled away, and I'm like, I was just testing you.
You know what's crazy is I was thinking recently about just Uber culture, right? And how predominant it is now. It's like I feel like I can't even, I gotta Uber if I'm going out now, right?
Yeah.
And to think back on all the times where I've driven home when I definitely should not have.
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Man.
And you got kids, right?
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
20 and 18.
You got
I
an
got
adult.
men.
So
I got men.
Damn. So okay, do your children drink?
Well, not yet legally. They legally can't. Look at his face.
They be at parties though.
They be at parties. You know what I'm saying? Like my youngest son, I'm not sure. He doesn't seem that interested in it.
Right.
Like, he never, did the smoking or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm sure he's tasted something maybe because he went to college last semester. And he was in San Francisco going to school.
Oh, he was up my way.
Yeah, he's going to University of San Francisco.
Nice, super foggy out there.
But he had to come out of there because of COVID. So we had to pull him out in March.
Okay.
But he was loving it though. He was loving the college. Like I was like, yeah, good for you, man.
He was drinking, dog.
I think so.
I didn't
know college.
Of course.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're the best,
You're gonna dabble.
You're gonna dabble.
Just try, see what you like. That's what college. It feels like that's what college is.
I didn't get fully drunk until I was 18. Actually,
Same.
that was my first time being.
Oh yeah, I didn't touch alcohol. No, my daddy was so strict. I couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't get drunk till later, but I went crazy a little bit.
You was grown already, or was you
my
like
God.
out of the house?
I was out of the house. Oh, I feared my dad till I was like yesterday. I'm still scared of that man. But how do your kids deal with your Instagram popularity? They're kind of grown. They're right in the culture with it too. So
They're like, Dad, shout me out, man. Give me some followers.
They never. Well, my oldest son, he raps, so he'd be like, "Yo, could you post this?" If he drops new music, he'd be like, "Can you post it?" I'd be like, "Yes."
Oh, dope.
It's
and you post it?
Yeah, I'll post it.
Do you listen first to see if it's good, or do you just post it off?
I just post it regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I love you
because I
no
know
matter what.
his lane of rap is like not really my lane of hip hop.
Okay. What would you say? What is your lane and what is his lane?
I'm 43, so it's like, I'm into the J. Cole's and the Kendricks on the new side.
Yes.
Like Big
People
Crit.
actually saying something
Big
and putting
Crit,
some
yeah.
words
I need
together.
the content with
Right,
the, you know what I'm
right.
saying?
And not just
and stuff and money stacked to the ear.
Oh,
and
that's
all.
what his. That's what
It's not that, but it's like that sound.
Okay.
I want to say, and so
More fun.
Yeah, and it's just they ain't really talking about nothing yet because he's still young, so he's still trying to.
Right.
He doesn't necessarily have anything to talk about yet.
But he might have some really good content coming out of this year. I mean, there's so much to talk about that it might shift his whole.
That's what because he'll hit me up all the time. He's like, I know you like storytelling rappers because that's my favorite. I love storytellers, and so he'll be like, listen to this track, and I'll be listening. He's getting better lyrically, so I'm like, yo, you're growing, so and then I'm gonna post it. And so, because even though it might not be my cup of tea, people be like, yo, this is dope right here. And so I'll be like, yes, throw that up there.
Can I tell you the most annoying thing my dad has ever done?
My
dad, who does not like rap music or listen to rap music, started to critique my rap music and tell me how I should rap, right? Because I've probably been rapping since like junior high. First got in the studio in like high school, right?
Yeah.
But I remember having this argument years ago. My dad was like, you should slow it down like so-and-so. I was like, Dad, please, you don't even like this genre of music.
How dare you?
Yeah.
I was so mad. It turned into a whole thing. I was like, bruh, leave me
You
alone.
should just slow it down. Who is his favorite rapper, would you say?
Okay.
What's his lane?
To his credit, one of the first songs that I remember playing around my dad that he was like, I like this, was Tennessee by
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Yeah.
I was bumping that, and he was like, now this is a good song.
Yeah. That's a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
But I also remember being in the car with man, he definitely turned off a lot of stuff I was listening to back then.
Man, my mom is so upset I'm on a hip hop station sometimes. She's like, baby, I love listening to you, but the music that they play sometimes, I just can't deal with. I just turn the station when the songs come on and I'll just listen to you. I was like, thanks, Mom. I appreciate it.
I always
She
see
hanging in there.
I see you in the chat all the time during the versus battles.
Yeah, I'll be in there tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm in
tough.
there too, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll be like, because I'm a fan of the cats going to battle. And so that last one though, I tuned out.
I didn't even know that would happen.
Rick Ross and 2 Chainz.
I saw no promo for that.
There was no energy in the verses. I was just like, they got the shades on, they sit.
They don't rap like they got a lot of energy in
Yeah,
their verses.
it was just like at least 2 Chainz. I thought he was gonna be.
I saw 2 Chainz when he did his whole the trap when he had his broken leg. So after I saw him perform, I've always liked 2 Chainz music.
Yeah.
But I don't expect like a hype. I'm not expecting a lot of. I watched him in a wheelchair and I was like, yes.
You was turned up.
I'm just listening to the music, but I'm not doing more than just
His leg was
listening.
propped up.
He got
Big booty.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who was it that got mad at you for something you said in a versus battle? I remember someone got salty.
It was Teddy Riley.
Okay.
Stop
Teddy
it. Teddy
Riley.
Riley got
Yeah,
upset at you during
he
the
did.
Stop.
I
Okay.
made an internet joke.
Ooh.
Because he had the internet fiasco.
shit was
The bad
terrible.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
And everybody made jokes for a long, so he's
Right.
sensitive.
He was fed up, I'm sure. Seeing me, I'm sure he's trying to get on with his life and just be like, I got good internet now. And then I come in with the salt in the wound.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he went off on me real quick.
What'd he
was
say?
Like, he was like, yo, man, he came in with like, you know how like older celebrities, they come with the zen and the peaceful.
My
like,
young brother,
My
please.
young brother. We can move on past this joke, That's why he pretty much called me broke in the thing.
Oh.
So yeah, he went that route. And that's why you broke. And it was like, oh.
That's why your internet was broke.
Man, and it was just like I felt bad because I'm a fan.
Right.
I didn't know he was fed up with the because I'm not that trolling comedian type where
You're
I
not
try
trying to piss people off.
insult you to get attention.
But that one is just it's fair game.
Right.
During the versus battle, it's right there.
it's the internet.
it's
It's
the
not even
internet.
personal.
Yeah.
It's a meme.
The internet.
Would you call it like low hanging fruit? Like you're like, that's an easy one. I'm gonna do it.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, man. I like low-hanging fruit sometimes.
Sometimes low hanging fruit is there.
Sometimes
it's good.
He came in the room. I was like, yo,
Yes.
Teddy Riley's in here hoping the internet, withstands. And, I'm roasting his internet, not him,
and he was like, brother.
He was fed up. But he apologized, though.
What?
I was like, yeah, he did.
How?
Oh, that's
When?
nice.
He apologized on his page.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, I felt horrible because it had to come to that, but he apologized to me directly.
So okay, hold on. Let me get a timeline here. So you obviously posted him getting mad because it's funny.
Yeah.
And then so what did he do? He repost you posting it and then apologize, or what, how did that happen?
What had happened was, so the verses was going on,
Yeah.
and then he said what he said in the verses, and then everybody was chiming in, and then people was reposting and stuff like that, and so a lot of people really came to my defense because. It was just a joke.
They was
And
like,
so-
Teddy, relax. He's a good
It
Yeah.
wasn't a character. You weren't taking a stab at his character.
Not at all. It was
Your
just the
internet sucks.
The internet is and my internet is trash. So I know, they roast me all the time. So so then I made a video. I was doing a live talking about what happened because I usually do like a post versus live, like a recap. I was doing a recap talking about Teddy Riley, and then somebody reposted that, and then Teddy Riley posted a video of him just apologizing for what he said and stuff like that.
Wow.
Because I found out he was following me that day. I was like, I didn't even know he followed.
Shit, did he unfollow you?
Damn.
No, he still followed me.
Okay.
And so, but he apologized. So I was like, but what I don't like is the people keep picking at it. Even he's already apologized.
It should be done.
And people still be petty with him in my comment section. I'm like, yo, he apologized.
Teddy was like, man, I'm just trying to watch these GOAT videos, and this man came attacking my
Yeah, my internet, man. Come on, man. But he was cool about it.
But if it was
though.
a goat attacking his internet, that might be funny.
that would have been
One
funny.
of the GOATs, Tony Baker in the building.
Yes.
We got some questions for you from Patreon.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, you got a lot.
I got this. Yeah,
I'm looking. I see there's
let's
a lot
see.
of
Okay,
questions.
so here we go. Specifically, this person says, okay, we already addressed this, but Corey Lyons says, what inspired you to start doing the voiceovers? You already kind of addressed that, but also, where did you get the ideas for the mottos? For example, the "Skeet that diddly dee."
You know what? That just comes from me being musical, pretty much. Like I've always been a fan of music, and so I always got a song in my head. I always got a song. It's always there. Like if you say a certain word, I can attach a song to it, and I'll be like, and it's always musical. And so when I'm doing the voiceovers, whatever's happening, I just think of like a melody or something like that. So when people are tripping and falling down the steps or skip that diddly dee as they stumble and try to keep their composure. So it just comes from that. And then I'm very like theme driven, even with my stand up.
You so good with that, bro.
I like to stay in a theme.
Yes.
So if I'll have it come back repeatedly, or like if it's an animal, I have them singing the same song or whatever.
I can't see people running into things anymore without thinking cram.
Yeah.
Or I can't see somebody getting hit by something without saying in my head, Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I've been saying that since college. I would just say it because Kirkpatrick sounds like an impact. Because I'm very like into people's names, and like Kirkpatrick just sounds hard.
That is so funny.
Yeah, and so I just incorporated all of that into the voiceovers, and that gives people something like you feel like it's an inside joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then you got merch.
You
And
got
it's
the merch.
lit.
Yeah. I had to pivot on the merch. I had the merch before, like when I was going on tour,
Yeah.
but I was like, I got to really push the merch now that we in COVID.
I
'cause I'm
seen
not
there was
touring.
a Trump supporter rocking the Kirkpatrick shirt or whatever that was.
He had the Kirkpatrick shirt on. He was in a cage trying to say, this is what it feels like to wear a mask. And we like, bro.
You're like, really?
Yeah.
That's what you? Okay.
I mean, he was definitely one of those people that got mad at your woke post.
I'm sure, man.
You came in with the mask and the bandana. You said not today.
I got
that.
the mask underneath the bandana. Because the mask itself, it'd be pressing up against you hard, and I don't have having those lines on my face.
I feel you.
So I try to,
Well, you got those great cheekbones, man.
the cheekbone.
Well, let me ask you this. Being somebody that came from stand-up comedy, right? How do you feel? And I like to ask this question because, you never really know what's going to pop off and blow up for you, right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel like, obviously the animal voices really kind of opened up a new interesting lane for you. You know what I'm saying? Do you ever feel like, because a lot of stand-up comedians be like, this social media shit, that's not real comedy, So I feel like you came from traditional stand-up. You was doing that. How long were you doing stand-up for?
Total now or then?
Total now.
Total now, 12 years.
12 years,
Yeah.
okay. So how do you feel as a traditional stand-up now doing, I guess what people will call Instagram comedy, you know.
I've always been partial to it. Like even, you know, once I saw like what we could do on Instagram and like, you know, Vine at the time, like, oh, we can make little, cause I was doing like sketches like that in college, like, you know, a killer doll sketch or like the killer that can't kill nobody. I've always had that mind anyway. It's all like, this would be cool. I can do, you know, stuff like that. So at the time I was doing like, everybody was doing like the men and women dating,
right,
or light skin, dark skin type stuff. And I was just like, you know, and so I started creating characters like, you know, the villain, Travis Santiago, or like the drug lord.
Yeah.
And because I'm a big fan of movies and
I
TV.
know. You can tell just by watching your content. Yeah.
So it'd be like the villain just never kills the hero. They always got to reveal the plan. And so he turns around and then the hero escapes. And then, so I wanted to make somebody like that. Like Wile E. Coyote is always failing repeatedly. That's Travis.
He's persistent.
He's always ordering the Acme,
ready.
the anvils, the traps.
Today's going to be the day.
No, that's not going to happen. So I was doing that, and it was just fun. It was organic. And then, you know, I didn't want to be one of those comedians that's like, nah, I'm going to just do what I do, you know, because now, when the stages are shut down,
they trying to come in.
Exactly.
It is. I love stand-up comedy.
Oh, you do?
So one of my favorite things to do is I love the improv. San Jose Improv was one of my favorite places to go. I prefer going to a comedy show over going to the movies. Personal preference.
Oh, like that?
Oh my goodness, it was so fun to me. I enjoy it. And I always sit pretty close. I sit pretty close, and I've gone on dates, you know, before, and I've definitely had comedians kind of come at who I was with because they peep and they were like, "Yep, we got a target." So sometimes it's like really fun, but it is interesting when you hear them talk about social media, and there's such a negative perception of it. Like it's cheap. Like they almost look at it like I worked this fucking hard, but like other comedians that kind of get it, and they look at it and they see the opportunities that can come from it.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, when you put a comedian versus a social media solely comedian, and you give them the opportunity to like, here's your stage. Can you translate into both worlds?
Oh, a lot of them can't.
That's
like
the thing.
I've seen it. Like, you know, I'll be like,
And that's what's great about a comedian like you, is because you do what you do, but then you're like, I get it. Here, let me respect it.
Yeah.
Because that's another audience that doesn't know about the clubs and going and seeing the shows. And then now everybody got a Netflix fucking special.
Yeah. And that was my main goal. Like, let me put out the social media content so you can come see me live.
Yeah.
My whole plan the whole time is to get you to come see me live. Like, you know, at the end of the day, even with acting, like, you know, I want a TV show so you can come see me live. Because the actors always dry out.
Yeah.
No matter how hot you are, if you get a couple of like duds at the box office, you start kind of drying out.
Man.
But there's no substitute for live entertainment.
None.
You always got to take your girl out. You can't be at the crib laptopping it every night.
Like I said, I would choose going to the improv any day. I was there so much every weekend. I love, and I've seen great comedians. And I've seen really shitty comedians, or catching a comedian on an off day. Holy shit. I caught one comedian who got pissed off over somebody yelling out taco. It ended the whole show.
See?
Was he Hispanic?
It was Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh
wow!
I mean, I can see why he would get mad.
But he was going through. You know, we had got him on an off day. He was, you know, going through his sobriety. He's sober now. You know, he was doing a lot of things, and he was talking about how they always bring like cake and this to the shows.
That was the thing.
But somebody, and that's the thing that's great about like comedians. Y'all are so like this on the comeback.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you catch somebody on the I'm fucking fed up day,
And someone said taco and he got mad.
the guy, and it was, oh man, it was a like type of guy, and he like, it was not good, and he called him out. He got him kicked out of the show. It was just one of those moments where I was like, this, I'll never get to see this again. This is amazing.
That's the beauty of it. It'll never happen.
It will never happen
How about
again.
you ever had any hecklers?
All the time. Like I've put hecklers on the stage before.
You bring them up. Oh, I love.
Like if they real disruptive, I'll be like, you get up here. You think it's so easy. Get up here. They go up there and take the smooth air.
Hell yeah.
That's the best part about stand-up comedy is that when you're there and as somebody who's a fan and you watch y'all get as the audience member, you get the show that nobody else is gonna get. Every show is different. You guys, it may be the same set, but it's always different, because it depending on who comes in and has an attitude, or the girls that are too loud, or somebody that cheers at the wrong joke or interrupts. It's
in the moment.
It's great.
You can't duplicate that.
So do you? Let's say this, right? So Gabriel Iglesias, someone yelled out tacos at him.
It was.
Right?
I mean, don't quote me, but it was something along those lines. He got kicked out of the show.
Do you get offended? Like, let's say you were doing a set and someone yelled out something like, fried chicken at you during your set. How would you? Do you get mad?
I've yet to be like angry on stage. Nobody has ever taken me to that point. But like, if they're ruining the show, if like they're a distraction, then I have to dismantle them. And I'm not a mean comedian. Like, I don't like roasting people just for the sake of or if I'm taking the L, I try to bail out with the audience roast. I don't like that. Like, I interact with the audience tough, but it's never from a mean spirited make you look dumb place, unless you're cutting up, unless you're a villain, then I'll dismantle you. But I've never been driven to like, straight up anger. I've had crowds that was just like rowdy and drunk and like, I've had cats, these two dudes in San Diego, they got into a fist fight and fell on the stage, landed on my toes.
During your set?
Damn.
And I stayed on the mic.
I feel like that's content right there.
Yeah, I was like, he got the sandals on, because one of them had flip-flops on. I was like, he got the flip-flops going mid-fisticuff. And so, and then they ended the show, because it was like the end of the night anyway. But I was just like, whoa.
Because sometimes you guys have like 5 shows a day, depending on the schedule on some of the places.
If you're in New York, they do 5 shows
5 a
night.
day.
Easy.
I know when we're looking, you're like, okay, sometimes the first show might not be the best because they're kind of like, it's early. The last show is guaranteed something funny is gonna happen because you guys are fed up. It's 5 shows.
Yep.
And drunk, people are rowdy, especially in New York, you know what I'm saying? And you always got somebody offering you free tickets to a comedy show at 2 a.m. and shit.
They be out there, man. I love that energy though. Like, you feel like nobody's going to sleep. Because LA be shutting down low key.
Hey, fact, isn't that crazy? You feel like LA is a really alive city, but
not
in comparison, New York just be awake.
Man, it be like 3 in the morning. It feels like 8 p.m. I'm like, everybody's up, walking around, insomnia cooking.
And awake.
Yes, up.
My first thing that really showed that to me is when Wild 'N Out first started. When I was on Wild 'N Out and they were showing the episodes, right? They were showed on the East Coast, of course, first, and they were showed on the West Coast, and I would never tweet it until East Coast people told me I was funny. You know what I'm saying? If East Coast people was like, yo, Tim, you was hilarious tonight, I would tell everybody in LA, make sure y'all watch Wild 'N Out tonight.
Yeah.
If East Coast people didn't say shit, I would be like, oh, yeah, I didn't even know Wild 'N Out was going on tonight. But here's the thing about it is, when it would come on in the East Coast, it was my Twitter would go crazy.
Yeah.
Because it was coming on at 11 p.m. when it first came back.
Right.
And then when it came on in LA at 11 p.m., I would get maybe a couple ads on Twitter. I'm like, everybody's asleep out here.
The East Coast is so different. I mean, the vibe is different too. Like, everybody is up during those hours. Yeah. But I was thinking, the person you brought on stage, why? What happened? What was that moment that why did he have to come on stage?
Here's why. He was cutting up. I was hosting the show. So, I feel responsible for the audience. If I'm the host, I feel responsible for the audience. Like, because the host sets the tone. And so when you mess with the comedians, I take that personally. So Kanisha Buss had went up and she was up there doing her set.
Kanisha's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely. And he was just disruptive. And so I was off stage like, I'm going to get his. Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
I'm going to get his ass when I get back on stage.
And his cuss word is ass.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure.
You're good. It's clear. It's clear.
I'm going to get his
I'm going to get his booty cheeks when I get back on stage. So, no pause.
No
Press
pause.
play on the booty cheeks.
Hey, real quick, before you finish that story, I try to tell people all the time, we don't pause in LA, homie.
No, ain't no pause out here.
We own the double entendre out here. Play that
We
shit.
out here.
All the booty cheeks.
All the booty
Make
cheeks.
you feel uncomfortable.
I
Go
said
ahead.
what I said. Press play. So I was like, I'm gonna get his ass when I get back on stage. So I went in on him, and he was a gay dude actually. So he tried to dismantle me by hitting on me.
Okay.
And I was like, first of all, how you even know I'm gonna be in the front? I'm in the back at all times. I'm in the back. I'm gonna be smashing you, bro. And he wasn't ready for that. He was just like, normally I could, because normally a straight dude would have been flustered. I'm like, nah, I'm in the back at all times, Playboy. You gonna be looking at me. He gonna be looking back at me like,
no.
Charles, shut up.
Charles.
So I'm like, you think you can do this? Come on up here, man. And so he went up there, and then I sat in the front. I was like, yeah, do your set. And we was giving him nothing. And so he went up there, took the smooth L. And I was like, man, sit your ass down and hush. And he hushed the rest of the night.
Of course he did.
So
because the audience is already on your side.
The audience is never on the side of the disruptive.
Never.
They be thinking, I'm part of the show.
No. You only part of the show when you get called out.
Exactly.
You only a part of the show when you get called out. And if you don't want to be a part of the show, do not sit in the front row.
Do not sit in the front
Especially
row.
with a date.
Oh, man.
Especially with a date. If you got a date in the front row, is that fun for you?
It could be. Here's my goal as a comedian. Like, if I see that it's a date going on, I ask them, like, how long y'all been together? And he'd be like, 4 months. This is the second date. I purposely try not to make it awkward.
Oh,
for
you're
either
nice.
one. I'll never be like, so you gonna take her down?
You're so sweet.
You gonna give them something? That's so embarrassing for them. So I always manage that well. Like, okay, I see y'all out here. Yeah, and if they 15 years in, I can have a little bit more fun on what I can talk about. Yeah. And then they'll add in too, like, hey, I'm scared of her. They always go that route.
They're the
yeah. And so I always try to make it fun for the audience.
I like that you're not a mean comedian.
Yeah, because I feel like when I watch comedians and they make fun of the audience and they embarrass them, I always feel bad. Like, they didn't deserve that right there.
I don't even like, I don't like roasting people.
I'm not a roaster, really.
Yeah, me neither, bro. And so people will say, I had to on Wildin' Out, but whenever people are like, yo, you know what I'm saying, roast me, like, because people will come up to me like, yo, roast me. I'm like, honestly, I don't like it.
Me neither.
And that's what I didn't do well on ADD, on roast me. I didn't do well because first of all, I didn't know that I was supposed to be roasting people back.
Yeah.
Because I was chilling.
Right.
I thought they was going to get me and I was going to laugh.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have any jokes ready. But also, I just don't like roasting people.
Tim was just sitting there like,
yeah.
I was like, yeah. What y'all gotta say?
Yeah. That's good. That's so good.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of like that too. Like, I was quiet because one thing comedically, I don't like to yell over people to get my point across. So I'm just in the cut.
Yeah.
When the camera's on me, I can say what I need to say in my moment, but I'm not going to be like fighting for verbal attention.
I hate it.
And that's what roast me is. They be loud, and I'll be like, I can't match the volume. And so I was just sitting there on roast me. For the most part, I would throw in a couple, but that's not my immediate go-to.
Man,
so
I feel you.
Yeah, I can though. Like, if I'm on stage with a mic and somebody's cutting up, I can shred you up, but it's not my go-to.
I feel that
comedic voice. So
you just a peaceful dude.
I try to be, but I'm cranky, I'm
cranky
irritable.
is a great description. Every once in a while, you can get it.
I'm cranky, man.
So what is something about Tony Baker that people may not expect or be surprised to know?
I don't know, man. It's like, because I feel like I put so much out there that people know a lot about me. They know my business now. They know I don't like they know I don't like being followed or hovered over. Or like, how people hover over you sometimes?
You talking about in real life, the fans?
No, like if you go to somebody's house or like if you even in the house and somebody just watching your every move in the kitchen, really, go do something. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, I
work.
had to tell my wife that because I've never cooked until the quarantine started, and then so quarantine started. I've been doing these the Hello Fresh. They laid out for you play by play what you have to do, right? So I'm like, let me try cooking some shit, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of got in a little habit of like, you want the Hello Fresh? I cooked the Hello Fresh for you tonight, right? So I've been chefing it up a bit, and then the other day she came in and was like, I'm just gonna help you stir these potatoes or something like that, and I was like, honestly. I was like, could you just stay out of my area, right? I got it handled.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm trying to help. I was like, look, man, unless something's burning, just go to
I don't like
let
people
me
in my kitchen. I don't like people in the kitchen when I'm cooking. stay out the kitchen. I get that from my mom because I used to be in the kitchen when she in there. If y'all could just get out. I'm scooping up my G.I. Joes. Like, my bad. Because I just be in there playing on the floor, but it's like.
You in the way.
Yeah. And so
the way.
I'm the same way. Like,
Oh,
if
my
my
goodness.
sons are coming there, if I'm making like French toast, or even my girl, I'll be like, you good? Can I help you? All right,
My mom is cool with people in the kitchen. My dad is not.
Yeah.
But my dad likes me in the kitchen because I gotta taste the food, make
Okay.
sure all the stuff is right.
Yeah.
But when I'm cooking, space. We need space. But I'm the type of person that when somebody else is cooking for me, I had to learn how to back off. Because I be sitting there, I'm like, who cuts the steak before it's
Oh
done?
my God.
You know who cuts the steak before it's
the pressure.
rested? And so I'm sitting over there and I'm like, oh my God, just be nice. They're cooking for you. Don't be like that. But I know what it is to want to hover.
Yeah.
But I fight it
Yeah.
because I don't like it.
Man, the hovering is the worst. Because you can feel it. You can
You
feel the
can feel it.
eyeballs and the judgment on everything. That's how much ginger you putting in there. You can feel it. They be looking at you. They try not to look at you, so they looking in the reflection of
That
the
is
stove.
me. That's
but
me going
watching
like
you.
this.
Like, I know you watching me through the reflection.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
see you.
I'm like, oh my God, that is not. What knife did they just grab? What are you doing?
Man.
Who puts that much pepper? You know what? I'm just gonna sit over. I'll be like this. Excuse me. Are we drinking this? You want me to be drunk tonight? Because at the rate you're cooking at, I'm gonna have to
Yo.
drink to deal
So
with
wait,
you.
where you from originally?
Chicago. Originally.
Chicago. And when did
Good
you move
food
out here?
over there?
I moved to Cali. Wait, what'd you say?
I said good food in Chicago.
Oh,
Yo, let me
good
tell you.
food in
Tell us something. Yeah,
Chicago.
please. Yes. Because one of my favorite, is quite crazy. One of my favorite Japanese restaurants is in Chicago.
Really? Which
Yeah,
one?
it's called Momotaro, I think. And it's a little in the cut. Like, you
Yeah.
really even got to know where you're going to get there. It's not like you see it from the street and you
Okay.
pull in. It's like somebody has to tell you, go here. You got to be looking for it. You got to
Yeah.
go underground and shit. Fire. But the food in Chicago is probably some of my favorite.
Really
Let me
good.
But
tell you, man.
tell us,
This
please.
is fantastic.
It is.
If I would have never left Chicago,
Yeah.
I'd be 700 pounds. Easy.
You guys have nice and like levels. You got a little bit of everything in Chicago. Oh my God, Jazz Week out there too. When you guys have all the music. Oh my, Jazz Week out there.
So-
is absolutely amazing.
Someone told me that deep dish isn't really something y'all eat like that out there.
No, a lot of people think we only eat deep dish pizza because it's such a staple in
Yeah.
Chicago, but that's just a form of pizza that we've mastered.
Right.
But the regular pizza is what we just be like, let me get the large or whatever.
Yeah.
And the regular pizza,
Okay, where's your go-to pizza spot?
my favorite pizza spot is Lou Malnati's.
I've been there for the
Yeah.
deep dish though. So you
Yeah,
saying
the
I can
deep
get the
dish is
regular
fan-
pizza there too?
Yes, you can. Giordano's might
I
have
went
the
to Giordano's.
Yeah, they
And I
might
had
have
to
the
wait.
regular, the better, regular. But Home Run, Reggio's, Lou Malnati's,
Ooh.
Giordano's, and and just like the regular pizza, because I like thin crust.
I love thin crust.
I'm a thin crust cut in Chicago style where they cut it in squares.
Ooh.
That's me.
But you don't even eat meat anymore, right?
I'm damn near vegan now.
Dang.
Like I'm 90%.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
So what's that 10%?
cheese.
honey, like honey.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
honey
So
is not
full
vegan.
vegetarian. So
Full vegetarian, 100%.
Okay, but then transitioning
Like,
into
and
the
sometimes
full
I
vegan.
won't even like if I go to Insomnia Cookies, I might still get a chocolate chip cookie and not ask, is there milk in there? I might still get it. So
Okay,
that's another reason why I'm like,
And you still eat cheese?
nah.
Damn, you off the
Nope.
cheese too?
You've been trying to find vegan cheese, haven't you?
I've been off cheese pretty much for a while now.
Yeah.
But that's one of the blessings of being in LA is you can find some really good
got the
vegan.
options,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's some really good vegan burger spots out here. Some of the vegan pizza options are actually okay, here's what I do. It always throws people off.
Yeah.
I'll go to the place where you can build your own pizza and I'll be like, "Can I get the meat lovers pizza on vegan cheese?" And they'll be like, "Sir, are you sure? Do you know what you're doing here?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Trust me, I don't care about the animals. I'm just off cheese."
That's funny. So you just off cheese.
I'm just off cheese, but
Okay.
I'm still eating meat.
Okay.
Now, oh yeah, no, we talked about this. Now you're off the meat because you care about the animals.
Yeah, it was just feeling sorry for animals. It was
Word.
it was never about like diet for me. It was just like, and I've always felt sorry for them. Like, growing up, I'd be like, man, I couldn't kill my own food if I had to.
Right.
And so I've always wanted to go vegetarian, but you'd be like, man, I could never. Everybody always says I could never, including me.
I still say that.
I could never give up the chicken, And so I gave up pork in 91.
Yeesh.
Then I cut my red meat back considerably, like in 2003, because I was trying to lose weight at the time, and I did. And then and so 2017, like January, you know Meg from All Def.
Meg Scoop.
Yeah, she was always like doing something different diet wise. I was like, "What you doing now?" And she's like, "I'm not eating meat till Valentine's Day." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it with you." And then that's when I became vegetarian.
Damn.
Like, so I quit it cold turkey, but I was holding on to the eggs and cheese.
Eggs is I'm tough with eggs. I really like eggs.
Yeah.
Cheese, I've been okay. I actually haven't had a problem. I mean, I cook for myself. I'm pretty much when you're the only person you feed, it's a lot easier. By the way, like it's way easier. You got a family to make sure is being fed.
Right.
So I know like taking everybody's palate into consideration cannot be easy with that. But eggs have been, I mean, partially because of the fitness life, and it's so easy protein.
It's so easy.
I mean, I grew up on a lot of meat, so I've cut back, but not purposely.
Yeah.
But I'm very much aware. I think I'm more upset about the hormones that are inside of the food. I'm really upset about the hormones, and then also the way that a lot of the process of it.
Yeah.
A lot of the processing of it.
It's real, man.
They are working on certain things like fish. I love fish. So they are working on farming, and they're also learning like the way that they're treated.
Yeah.
When they stress, then we eat them.
Yeah.
Then that's not good for us.
Right.
But it's hard waking up to a lot of the news, you know, like as you start learning more and more, you're like, shit.
I turn it off. I turn it off.
I'm telling you, no matter what you're doing, diet wise, it's wrong somewhere. No matter how healthy you may be, well, actually, it's always something. And so for me personally, it's just, you know, I can eat good without having to kill anything. Yeah. So I'm like, yo, let me sign up for this.
I mean, and that's on brand for you with all the animal content you do.
Yeah, now I can look them in the eye. Like, you know, when I meet them,
I saved you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bro,
you no more.
looking the farm animals in the eye is what will make you not want to eat meat.
For real.
When I had to shoot some shit at a farm, and this cow kept coming up to me, and the eyes were so pretty.
Man,
and
they got pretty eyes.
Oh,
man.
And pigs got these human-esque eyes.
They're like dogs. Man.
I know.
They're the same mannerisms. You see cows frolicking, I'm like, man, you having a good time. I could never, you know what I mean?
Such a good time.
And I already knew. I felt like a cowardly carnivore my whole life because I knew. I was like, I could never kill a cow.
If you had to go hunt.
If I had to do it. Yeah, so I knew that about myself.
But fuck a chicken, though.
Even chickens, I mean, they be walking around and then they get slung on that little chopping block. Oh, man.
You know,
sorry.
I feel like a part of me, my dad, I'm Hawaiian, so they literally, it's a part of our culture.
Right.
Hunting and fishing is still very much a part of our culture.
Yeah.
So you go, you dive for your food, or you go and you hunt.
Yeah.
But my dad couldn't do it. My mom used to fish. So my mom used to be like real on the land.
Yeah.
She stopped eating fish for the longest time. She was like, I can't deal with it because she had to get her food.
Yeah.
So when you go and you learn how to gut the fish and you have to deal with it, you have to clean it. She's like, it changes your mind. My mom would not eat seafood. And me and my dad are like, we're big. I love seafood. But my mom was like, one day you're going to go.
Yeah.
And you're going to fish. And you're not gonna like it. And my dad was like, I didn't like it. That's why I stay on this side.
Yeah.
Wow.
They couldn't do it. My dad straight up will say, he went hunting once, never did it again. He goes, the sound he couldn't deal with. But it's hard because I come from a family of chefs. Like we cook, we eat, I think it's different too when you can appreciate the food.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of some vegans, I don't know why they do it, and they like half do it, and then they super judgy.
Oh, yeah, I don't like the judgment.
I don't like the judgy ones.
Like, you know, like, all right, we get it.
Because if you can bring people in, we can start consuming less when you're like, oh, that's really cool. That's a nice option.
You'd be surprised at the beef that's going on. Like, anytime I post about, like, being a vegetarian, they'd be like, why you always got to talk about it all the time? Because, like, you know, I'll go somewhere and they assume that I eat certain things. So you have to announce that you're vegan or vegetarian. They're going to feed you whatever.
Especially if they're going to hook you up.
Man, some people at this point are allergic to like dairy or something like that. Now they, you know, so you have to let them know like, yeah, or they'll just get you a sandwich and you can't even, you know, get in on it. So you have to be like, yo, I'm a vegetarian. I'm pretty
gotta
much
make it
vegan.
known, yeah.
You got to make it known. And it's like, and so many people, like, as soon as I say, hey, I'm a vegetarian, then I got to hear the stories. I could never. I tried this. I
Same
tried
thing with
that.
alcohol.
Man, it's like
You picked a
time.
difficult life. You
Man.
picked a difficult
They
road.
never just accept it. They never just cool. And they be
That's
like,
nice.
for me, they always, I'm like, all right, man.
We've had people on that don't drink, and we be like this. Okay, so what's the
Man.
reason why you don't drink? So we need to
Right.
not have this on the table because
Yeah,
there's
'cause,
personal choices.
I beat my whole family to a pulp. That was the last night I ever drank. Is this the Rock's tequila?
Oh no, that is
No.
George Clooney's tequila.
Oh,
George Clooney, but
George
shout out to The Rock. Send that over.
You
How's
know,
it?
George Clooney sold that shit for $1 billion.
Stop
did?
it.
Yes, you didn't know about that?
I didn't
No.
know.
So he was doing that's Casamigos. That's George Clooney's tequila, and it got so popular, sold it for $1 billion.
Stop. We in the wrong industry.
Yo.
Let me fact check that before
George
people
Clooney-
start.
Okay.
George, he's already
Clooney
winning.
out
George
here
Clooney
breaded.
got a whole. First off, he got his wife is breaded too.
Beautiful.
Brilliant, beautiful. Oh man.
He got married, right?
Yeah, he
'Cause He was
did.
single for a long time.
Oh.
He was holding out.
His wife is a lawyer.
$1 billion.
$1 billion.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I haven't seen George in a while. This is why.
Because he's out
Chilling.
in the south of France, chilling,
Man,
it up.
living it up.
riding motorcycles and ads and
Man.
stuff.
Wherever he
I
is.
like George Clooney, man.
How can you not?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a.
Yeah.
You guys have it, men.
Oh, you saying because
Men.
he's old and still
I'm
sexy?
just.
Get better with time.
Why is it? Why is it that men
Because
just seem
I'll tell
to
you why.
age so
Because
beautifully?
all of y'all got daddy issues.
Oh wow! Wow! Fuck you. First off,
That was a joke. That was a joke, ladies. I'm just playing.
don't judge me in my relationship.
Let me say,
with my father.
as a young-ish man, I appreciate a cougar / MILF as well. So I'm on that same level with y'all out there.
But I mean, there are some beautiful women, right? There are some women that just age so gracefully, and you're like,
Right.
God, you're gorgeous. But there are some men that you're like, you was ugly younger. What happened? How did age just make you glow? George Clooney has been fine for a long time. But
I don't know what it is. Like, a lot of dudes, we just get better. If we take care of ourselves, first of all, we just get better with time for a while. And then we'll hit the cliff. We just got old overnight. But I don't know what it is.
We're also blessed with the privilege of the salt and pepper hair being an attractive
so
trait.
good. I love it.
Man, I was waiting for the,
I
for
fully
the grays. Man.
fully embrace that for men. Like fully embrace that. Fully embrace like bald. We talk about it a lot. Like when men like just let it go. A bald head is
man.
beautiful. Let
Get
it
out
go.
here, man. The bald life is where it's at.
Gosh, like I remember there was a couple basketball players, but like when I think about who I had crushes on, Boris Kujo. Bald head, tall. I was like, you. And then I started noticing, I was like, do I like bald heads?
Bald
This is a
head
thing.
Life, man. It's just the raw head. You get what you
That
see.
raw
This is
head.
hit, man. Like I shaved my head bald for the first time in high school because it was messed up.
Oh, you went in high school.
It was a messed up haircut that I tried to adjust.
Oh, damn.
And then I was like, I gotta take it all off. I made it worse. And so I cut it all off. I was like, yo, I like the way I look with no hair.
And it's been like that ever since?
No, I grew it out like I should have not grew it out. But I grew it out in like 07.
Came back a little funny.
The braids and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And then
Where's that picture at?
you know what?
We gotta see the
I had
braids.
the picture. I was doing zooming with the homies with Tahir.
Yeah.
And I pulled those pictures out, and Pat was dying. He was done. And so I might post them on my Instagram.
I think you need to.
Yeah,
We need to see.
They're ridiculous.
There's nothing. It's crazy when someone's been bald for so long and you see him with hair. You're like, I'm so glad you made this decision in your life.
Please go back.
Please go back.
Yeah,
Never
it-
do that
That's how it
again.
is. Yeah.
Even when I first got my braces off in high school, the homie was like, ew, put your braces back on. Something's
You
not
get
right.
used to a certain vision.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love the bald life. I wish it never grew in up top.
I miss it, bro. Look, I be
tired
wanting
of shaving.
I had a shaved head for a long, to like a little buzz cut, and I miss it sometimes where you can just wake up and go.
Oh,
Yeah.
the freedom. You just get up and just arrive. You know what I mean?
And it's
Like,
always so glowy though. I always notice that men that have gone bald, they take good care of their skin. Really good care. Like they just glow different. Like you know it's out there, so you extra lotion. Always looks like you can never tell how old they are.
yeah.
I have no idea how old you are until you say it.
Right.
None. A lot of men, you guys like you just are ageless. We don't know until it's too late. You're like, yeah, you old. Once you hit that, you old. You're like, honestly, I don't even want to ask how. I swear I didn't know how old my parents were until they told me, and I was like, oh, you're not old.
Yeah.
But I never thought they were old until you see other people and you're like, oh, that's how old. That's what they look like.
Especially when you see people get older on you, like people in your age group.
Yeah.
You be like, man, you look like you 56. We
Man,
the same age.
isn't that crazy? Where you scroll through your Facebook one day
Man.
and you see, because we're used to, look, so in the industry, we kind of, we've been managing how we look.
Yeah.
We it's important.
We've been drinking water.
We've been drinking water. We've been going vegan.
Gallon a day.
We've been
Gallon
keeping
a
it
day.
together.
I eat sea moss.
It's key.
Yeah.
Sea moss and shit.
Yeah.
And then you look at the people you went to high school with, and they look terrible.
I'm telling you.
And then they look at you like, oh my God, you just think you're so much better. Bitch, I'm drinking water. You still drinking fucking White Claw.
No one told
Water
you to have
is key.
3 kids right after high
told
school.
you.
Man.
Put the cigarette down,
I'm
Bianca.
telling you. They be
Yeah,
looking,
Bianca.
because I was looking at them, I'm like, yo, he looks 56.
It's
and we
crazy.
are both the same age.
And you don't want to throw all the shade, but I don't even go on to Facebook. I don't want to see nobody I went to high school with at this point because I'm like, I don't want that smoke.
Yeah.
Because you don't like me because I work out and do yoga and you
Yeah.
think I'm better than you.
You think you better than us.
Right. And I'm like,
Have
I'm
a
not. I
workout.
was like, I just want to stretch. Like,
Stretching, huh? She thinks
Look
she's
at who she
Sadiddy
is.
out here.
Look at this. I drink
Got her
Pantene.
leg on the banister, just stretch. Sick of her, man.
Well, you got anything? Well, what are you working on that we can look forward to, bro?
I got Tony Baker and Friends comedy special coming real soon. We shot it, edited, music is done. We just waiting on how to roll it out. So that's coming real soon. Also, I got the Daddy Issues podcast. It's myself, Keon Poley, DC Irvin, Chaz Rogers, and Craig Wayans. We got that going. What else? So much. It's so much.
Let us know.
I got ringtones. You can get in on. If you go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, that links you to everything: the Patreon,
Perfect.
the merchandise, the ringtones. Everything's under one umbrella.
I have a question. You
And
were
I
on.
Twitch, too.
You were on your YouTube. You were playing a game. What was that? What was that video? So, are you getting into the game playing? Are you transitioning?
You talking about video games?
Yes.
Yeah, because Twitch had approached me a while ago.
I keep telling you.
Oh, Tim, shoe in for Twitch.
Caffeine gave me money to do caffeine, so
right.
I'm gonna lay off for a while.
All right, yeah,
I just got to give
okay.
them. I'm
Yeah.
on Twitch too, so I like Twitch. I like Twitch.
So like they approached me a while ago, but this is before the pandemic, so I was touring a lot. So I was like, I ain't really gonna have the time to. Once I get back in town, I ain't gonna feel like playing video games. But then the pandemic was like, yo, sit down, sit your ass down. And so my girl was like, why don't you get on Twitch? And I was like, yeah, but the setup and then the setting it up and then the setup. I mean, you know, the whole setup and then the setup and then the
And then
speakers.
setting it up.
And then you're setting it up. Just the whole setup.
It's true.
And so she was giving me pointers on how to get it all set up. So she got me basically set up. And then Cleo Thomas's brother Kadeem, he's a wizard with the technologies and stuff. So he was like, let me upgrade you a little bit on the setup. So between her and him, I got the setup going.
Yeah.
So so now I'm on that gaming all the time. And so I was like, man, this is dope. You know, get paid for playing video games.
Y'all set me up.
It's so much fun.
up.
I'm still learning. I don't know how to set up my PlayStation to my Mac. I
That's
don't know
the
how to
thing.
set it up.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. I literally have this thing called the struggle bus.
Uh-huh.
And all my members hop on the struggle bus with me while I try to figure out how to not sound like I'm in an amphitheater most of the time
Yeah.
because my mic don't work.
Kadeem Thomas will get you right.
Tell him I said, help me with the setup.
Yeah.
Damn. Shout out to Cleo. I'm trying to get him on here. I forgot. I'm
Yes.
supposed to get him on here too.
Yo.
Tahir too. Shout out to Tahir. I'm gonna get him on here too.
Yep.
I mean,
because Cleo, he Twitches heavy too.
Oh, he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
He's been Twitch heavy. Heavy.
So it's fun, man. It's a good time.
Caffeine.tv/Tim Chantarangsu Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Twitch.tv/Nikki Blades. Just go on Instagram, find me on everything. I need all the money. Send me your monies. Cash
hey,
App, $ Nikki Blades.
Make sure y'all follow Tony Baker on everything too,
Yeah.
man. This man is hilarious and he's grounded.
Man, well, you know, I came in the game late. I was already a grown man.
But you out here, bro.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man.
Kids will humble you too. Kids will humble you.
I appreciate you. Anything else you want to say before we kick you off?
Drink your water.
Drink your water, a gallon a day. That's what I drink, you know, and yeah, a gallon a day, and try not to be too greasy.
Facts, because your boy is greasy.
Man, I saw you eating that chicken the other day. It be looking good though. I'll be like, the grease.
I know. I need to chill.
But I watched you biting into the chicken like 5 times in a row though. I was like, yeah.
Shout out to Honey's Kettle Chicken. All right, y'all. Shout out to Tony Baker. Shout out to Honey's Kettle. Thank you for watching. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. Oh, I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.